Titus Morris, the Barefoot pastor, the gift that keeps on giving. Let's talk about it. They 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 talk about it. Welcome back to She Could Talk to Podcast. I'm your host, Ganga Lee. Hey, and that's Gangalee on all streaming platforms. If you want to check out my music, look for the glasses, look for the locks. You tell me if I can rap, okay? Okay. But over here on YouTube, on She Could Talk to Podcast, this is where I react to everything. I react to news, sports, crimes, musicians, politicians, YouTubers, TikTokers. If they're talking about it, we are talking about it, okay? Okay. So, as you can see, well, maybe not as of yet, but to let you know where I'm at, I am back in Kentucky, guys. Yes, back over here with Titus Morris. Shout out to you all. Shout out to all of my subscribers out there. You guys were really tuned in. You were like, yo, you gotta follow this. This was good. I want to, see what's going on. Like if you can keep up with it, this would be cool. And so without further ado, I wanted to oblige your request because Titus is truly the gift that keeps on giving. He has definitely been at it. He's still out there. He still has lawsuits, reaction channels who are, on him, who's been on him for years. They're still on him. So what I wanted to do was just kind of react to a couple of the reaction channels, that has been covering Titus. And let's see what he's been up to as of lately. So it's been a roller coaster of a ride. We're falling down yet another rabbit hole. New set of accusations, new GoFundMes. Okay. So what I want to do anyway, is start right here. This is, I believe it is My Little Kentucky Homestead is the name of this channel. And she's a reaction channel. She's down there in Kentucky, and she has reacted to Titus, right? This was a live stream, I believe, that she did a couple of months ago, not that long ago, actually. And she was just kind of doing like a recap of things that has been happening up until present date 2025 with Titus. Because, like I said, he's nonstop out there in them Kentucky streets, the Barefoot menace, okay? So let's get into it. She's going to give a recap of some things as of late, and then we're going to jump into a couple of other reaction channels that basically been covering him and giving updates as of lately. So let's go.
Waiting. I want to say a quick disclaimer. This is for adult audiences only. No children should be listening to this. The following is my commentary, thoughts, and opinions. Please do not engage in any hateful actions towards anyone mentioned. I want to start with 8 months ago, I made my first video about when I saw Titus Morris testify in a court of law that he had committed bestiality from the age of 13 onwards into adulthood for several years. He had attempted to circumcise himself with a 12-year-old boy present, and he had swam nude with children, or after reviewing it, somebody he asked to do that with on multiple occasions, apparently. And I reviewed a bunch of this footage recently. I guess I'll get into that in a moment. So the judge said she wouldn't trust Titus Morris with a dog, and I agreed. And that is why I made my initial video and every video since. All the subsequent Titus Morris content has been about trying to warn people, because I don't believe that any vulnerable person at all, but especially minors and animals, should be in his presence. I think people need to know who they are donating to before they give their money, and many people have expressed they are glad to know this information. And clearly Titus and Stephanie are doing everything they can to try to take the information down. We'll get to that too.
Okay.
Because there are other reasons as well. I feel they're putting other people's safety at risk. I also have made content, and I've taken down some videos recently. So I want to reiterate that they have bad canning practices. In my opinion, people should not be eating anything that they have canned. They don't use...
Sounds familiar. Let's continue.
Safe canning practices when they can food, and they videoed this and showed it to the world. So there's proof of that everywhere. This is not... anything I'm saying is not false. Supposedly, okay, this is reported by visitors that have been there. They have unfiltered drinking water for their guests, no proper toilets or outhouses for people, and no proper way to wash your hands. That is all supposed, reported by visitors. In my opinion, there's very poor preparedness training, like Titus wading through raging creek waters without any proper protection, just showing people this is how you do really dangerous acts. The stray animals they have on their property, they don't really take care of them, in my opinion, or any other animals, apparently. Some people have mentioned the horse stalls need to be cleaned. I did not see that. I just read comments saying, hey, like, take care of your
And for my last video, guys, you know what goes on in the horse stalls. She also said it.
horse stalls, which that is their opinion. In my opinion, overall bad example of off-grid living. This is all my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be being annoying with that, but you'll see when I get to the GoFundMe part why
And so let me ask you, is it safe to say it doesn't matter like race, creed, culture, background, religion, beliefs, right? If something doesn't look right, right, or if it's not being done correctly, right? We should have the ability and be able to have the level of discernment to decipher between what's good and bad, right? Right. That makes me feel good that it gives me a little bit of hope in the world that we all can have a level of discernment, and it's not about a color thing. It's not a race, creed, or religion.
I am saying, in my opinion, in excess tonight. So they're a bad opinion of off-grid living overall. And the court video I was talking about came from a court proceeding pertaining to a woman, which at the time in August of 2024, Titus claimed to be strictly platonic and professional with. She was a woman that was taking
Remember, that's the girl Stephanie who brought her whole family down there, husband included. Which I found the husband. Part two. We're in it. We're in the new rabbit hole. But remember Stephanie. She brought her kids down there, brought her husband down there. Then she ended up having an affair with Titus. Peter Santinello. Everybody was like, "Are you messing with this woman?" And he was like, "No. Listen to the updates."
his YouTube videos for him, and that Titus claimed to be strictly platonic and professional with in August of 2024 and all around that time period in YouTube videos. Now they're married. They got married in February of this year, 2025. These are facts. Stephanie found Titus, moved to be near him with her family several years ago. After that, after Stephanie found him, Peter Santinello found him. Titus was on Peter's channel, gained a lot of popularity, and raised apparently over $300,000, or yeah, over $300,000. And now they're saying that they need even
On
more money to
GoFundMe.
complete their non-church, their house of prayer. Stephanie Morris
You heard she said the non-church. I showed you the building in the last one, and I might have some footage of that updates in here for you. But let's continue.
started their newest GoFundMe recently. The fifth GoFundMe of theirs between the two of them, the fifth one, the fifth GoFundMe between the two of them for like the same three things. I guess there's different court battles though, so that is different things.
You know she said the same three things because they know the grift. Repeat, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. Right? Wash, rinse, repeat. That's it, right? Wash, rinse, repeat. The same content, the same dialogue. You're gonna drill it in. That's how you indoctrinate your followers, right? And then you could constantly say, "Hey, give me money for this. Give me money for that. I need help with this." Okay. Now, I'm not saying that there's not people out there that may not need help. And if you feel it in your heart, do give. But be careful and use a deeper level of discernment because you see it. It comes in all shapes, forms, and fashions.
Technically, there are two for the House of Prayer totaling $265,645, two for Stephanie and her legal fees totaling $45,436, and the largest, I'm sorry, the most recent GoFundMe has $20 as of now. The largest GoFundMe, the House of Prayer, that has a little over $250,000 as of now, has a breakdown currently of what was spent to build the House of Prayer. That was recently added, I believe, June 1st by Randy. It's as rough of a breakdown as could possibly be. I mean, if that's what you think people that donated to you deserve, that's fine. Have a shell basically The
The building.
breakdown says it has basically a shell. There's no floors in it. It says wall boards, and I'm confused what they mean by wall boards. If they mean what's on the outside, then there's no interior walls listed, or maybe wall boards is what he is considering what's on the outside and inside, because I believe I saw some cedar planks as interior walls on top of the spray foam insulation, at least a little bit of it. But so this is what people have speculated, including myself. In my opinion, they have run out of money. That's why they are saying at the end of their most recent GoFundMe, the remainder of the funds will be used to finish the House of Prayer, because a few $100,000 wasn't enough. And in my opinion, people donated to him because they thought he could, if anybody could take a few $100,000 and make a church out of it, a functioning church, it would be Titus, right? Somebody that likes to
Hmm.
commune in nature and everything. That's cool, Pedro. I have a listen to me. I have it looks like they have a shell. I already said that. $7,000 was spent on pawns. $7,000 for pawns. I just thought that was a little silly. In my opinion, that's silly. I know he thinks he's going to be baptizing people or whatever. He could have spent $1,000 or something like on a really neat setup that could have been an all-weather baptism station. You get what I'm saying.
I do,
You see
girl.
my
I
vision.
get
I know
you.
you guys do. I definitely seems that that channel has peaked. When you look through the content, the views were dwindling before I even uploaded my first video. I don't know exactly when Aaron, who uploaded the court video, uploaded that, but I'm under the impression it was just a few weeks before I saw it. I don't think it was even a few months, but I could be wrong. I don't know exactly. That's what it says in the GoFundMe, Skipper. It says 5 court cases, 2 EPOs, 2 people for stalking and harassment and stuff. Untrue
You remember I
things
showed you some of
that have
that on the last
negatively affected you,
episode.
namely your income. We already went over that. If this has anything to do with me, I'm not threatened at all. I would almost enjoy it, entertain it. I would love to sue a countersuit for loss of income, because I
Listen to her.
do have a job. I do work 5 to 6, sometimes 7 days a week, like an actual W-2 job I clock in and out of. So, like, come at me, take me to court. I'll have you pay me to do it. And I'll have a really nice, relaxing, beautiful drive in the Casey County court side. Listen to me, countryside, to get to the court side. And my intentions are for as many people to see that Titus Morris, oh my gosh, to see Titus Morris that saw him on Peter Santinello, and to know about his past regarding children and animals. In my opinion,
Hmm.
he is unrepentant. He said people getting nude in the YMCA locker room or shower or whatever is akin to him skinny dipping with minors. That is not a man who sees the damage he did
Okay.
and feels shame because of it, in my opinion. And this whole experience has been a lesson that religion is so easily contorted from a community of people that love God and each other into a cult that benefits nobody in the community, but definitely benefits a cult leader. Once again, in my
Did you hear her? She said, "This is a perfect example." And I'm going to go back so you can let her hear what she said. She said, "This is a perfect example of turning something that, as a community for everyone to know and love, into something that's only benefit, turning it into a cult, which only benefits the cult leader." So let's listen to her one more time on that.
CA locker room or shower or whatever is akin to him skinny dipping with minors. That is not a man who sees the damage he did and feels shame because of it, in my opinion. And this whole experience has been a lesson that religion is so easily contorted from a community of people that love God and each other into a cult that benefits nobody in the community, but definitely benefits a cult leader. Once again, in my opinion, people. This is why Stephanie's kids aren't allowed there. Once again, so many people don't seem to understand or make the connection, and I don't mean that in a patronizing way. I mean that in like a
Listen
sincere
to
way of trying
her.
to get this done under 20 minutes and put it all out there for people to see. This past, what he said in court, whether you believe me or not, it's because that's why their kids, Stephanie's kids, aren't allowed around Titus, because he did say that in a court of law. And if you don't believe me, then maybe call their phone number they give out to everybody and ask them personally, why aren't those kids allowed around you? And is it true
Hmm.
because you said this, that, and the other in a court of law?
And I would say
And to
like
skinny dip.
this. The horses was enough for me. You can't be around my kids if you did that to the horses. My dog couldn't be around you. My cat can't be around you. No sheep can be around you. Rams, none of that.
Yes, right. Especially how somebody said that the one pond he made was hidden from the new GoFundMe says they are going to initiate 5 court cases, okay? 5 court cases, 2 pertaining to EPO. I wouldn't say if I had a bunch of money, I wouldn't do the same, but clearly they don't. I mean, they ran out of money to like build a house of prayer. But for all we know, they've got some benefactors, people that are just as sick as Titus is, in my opinion, because that's how these things go. These
Hmm.
people roll together. And I'm not saying everybody that donated to him is like that. I'm just saying that they might know that they have people on their side that they could be like, hey, will you help me out with this? But even though they don't have a steadier stream of income, you shouldn't ever rely on anything like GoFundMe or even YouTube for income. Every channel has a lifespan. Most monetized channels, even the ones that make a lot of good money, they only last a certain amount of years. And using attorneys or the threat of
Did you hear
attorneys
her?
to intimidate people clearly isn't against Titus's rules. I just think that's really interesting. To live the kind of life he does, it's a little hypocritical, in my opinion. To live the kind of life he does, it's a little hypocritical, in my opinion. YouTube channel lifespan is usually 5 to 7 years, and his first channel was made in 2018. I'm sorry I'm looking down so much tonight, you guys. It's been a long week. I have sinus issues and other issues. I have a lot of issues, but I really, really wanted to get this done
She
tonight.
did a good job with her sinuses.
Definitely
Good job.
seems that that channel has peaked. When you look through the content, the views were dwindling before I even uploaded my first video. I don't know exactly when Aaron, who uploaded the court video, uploaded that.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to our
So
Bible.
I just wanted to get some highlights there. But let's take a look at this video, shall we? This is 2024. This is Titus's church. They commune in the woods. Now, I said another farm pastor reminded me of Deliverance. I take it back. Deliverance 2025 is right here in front of us. But besides that, this is his church. Look how many people were out there, family, friends. These people came from different states. On my last reaction to this pastor, I told you, or this cult leader, I should say, my last reaction to this cult leader, I showed you a video where a dude literally said he drove for days from Connecticut. Connecticut's above New York, and I'm from New York. That's a long drive. A long drive. To drive out to the Appalachia of Kentucky's to be with a part of Titus's crew. So this was his original, like, I don't know, disciples. I don't know what you want to call them, members of his church, and this is where he had church. So let's continue.
Study beside Henson Creek. I'm glad you all could come. We have some that have
And they
driven
also helped him
from
build.
Ohio and Alabama, and he did something that we all should do. What do you think that he did?
Now this is 8 to 12 months later. March 13th, 2025.
It's Thursday, March
Oh,
13th, 2025.
so let me pause it for you. This is Stephanie's ex-husband at this point. The woman that brought her family there because she was watching him on YouTube, became obsessed, and wanted to join his congregation. So she moved her family and her 4 children, if I'm not mistaken, to Kentucky to be a part of Titus's congregation. This is her husband. That he was willing to go. He was willing to do anything for his family because he loved her. Let's listen to his story. Jeff, I believe his name is.
Location is Jack Haynes' summer home in a cove up here in Casey County. And the purpose of this video is just a quick statement of the obvious. It is obvious that Jeff's life has been threatened by Titus, Stephanie, and Stephen Henson.
Let's
Those
pause
are
it.
my
Given that Henson had threatened me previously, we were concerned about Jeff's safety, and Henson had not tested testified against Titus yet. So remember, Stephen Henson, the man that went up the street to approach Titus, he ended up getting charges because of that from Titus, or assault or stalking or whatever. And then in this instance, now they're saying that in some weird way, Titus was going to pay him to allegedly seek revenge on these guys. I don't know. I'm telling you, the name of the church is Henson Creek Church on Henson Creek Road. That dude's name is Stephen Henson. It's family land, so I don't know how that works or plays into it with Titus. Allegedly, because this is me just putting pieces together, guys. As I fall down the rabbit hole, I'm doing this for you all. I'm doing this for you all, guys, because you like this, and I want to keep it going, and I guess YouTube wants me to keep it going because they're sending me all of this. So, this is Stephanie's husband. Let's hear what he says.
Words, Jeff, do you have anything to say in case something comes, in case I don't see you again? In case between now and the 24th, you're not still kicking?
That's terrible.
I know it's terrible, but do you have anything to say?
I'm thankful for everything that you've done in this process. I have trusted that with all the threats and everything that God was going to take care of me, and I still believe He will.
Amen.
But I am taking precautions.
Facts. You gotta be out there.
So I solicit everybody else's prayers. Of course, by the time you see this, we'll probably know what's going to happen with the trial.
Yeah, it may never be shown if,
Does he look like a man that's been through something? I think so. Lost his wife, lost his family. He's fighting for his kids because of that Titus dude. Wow.
if they do come and have a contract out on you that's successfully carried out, this obviously will come out. That's the whole point of it. And I don't know.
It's a sobering thought.
It's a sobering thought. A sobering thought. And it may be, I might use it, just to kind of show the state of mind we were in. Like last night, we were pretty vigilant.
Better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Definitely.
That dude was a part of initially Titus's congregation. He helped him build. He donated money. I showed you that my last reaction to this, part 1. And then he gave Titus money towards the GoFundMe. Outside of the GoFundMe, he was fully invested in what Titus had to offer. His name is Beyond Category, his channel. So now he's met up with Stephanie's ex-husband because he has his own trial and his own stuff going on fighting them. Plus, he's fighting threats against his life, allegedly. And this was like March of this year.
We're merely being careful here.
Yes.
And the only thing I'm saying, I'm just reacting to everything. This is for... And let me pause this. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say, in my opinions, are alleged, and I'm just watching and observing. Reaction channel. That's what I do.
About the stirrup? What was that?
I said I'm not going to stir up any more trouble than I have to.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for tolerating more of this video nonsense.
Well, thank you for everybody else out there that's been praying for the situation and voicing their opinions and maybe even doing more. I'm grateful for each and every person that has supported me, even though they've labeled me as a lunatic and all kinds of other things, violent, abusive, all these things that I'm not. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm not.
He doesn't give me that vibe, but let's continue.
So yeah, I definitely appreciate everybody's thoughts and prayers in this matter, and the goal of trying to protect my children.
Exactly.
Save what's left of the family.
Yeah.
He seemed like a man that's broken. He seemed like a man that was blindsided. He didn't expect that from his wife. And did you hear what he said at that last piece?
Violent, abusive, all these things that I'm not. and anybody that knows me knows that I'm
I
not.
don't get that vibe from him.
So yeah, I definitely appreciate everybody's thoughts and prayers in this matter, and the goal of trying to protect my children, save what's left of the family.
Yeah.
To save what's left of the family. I'm telling you, that girl Stephanie. You remember I read the poem that another person that went down there that realized and came to their senses and left wrote a poem about Stephanie to Titus, saying Stephanie is the devil, allegedly. Titus, I think he does a great job on his own, but then you add her into the mix, it became spicy down there in the woods of Kentucky. So the husband looks like a broken man, and he's just trying to keep his kids safe and get them out of there. And I do send him prayers and healing strength, and may God be able to help him get what he needs to get done to get his kids safe.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks for stopping by. It's been fun.
It's been real. It's been real
She
fun.
left this to go out there and
All right.
be with Titus. Wow. Here we go. That's the same guy. So he's been, he goes down and terrorizes Titus's on Titus land. He don't care. So this is the reaction channel beyond category. Let's see what he does to Titus today.
We hope the Lord blesses you.
I don't want the blessing from your type of Lord, Titus.
Why you do Titus like that?
Is Solomon's death still a judgment from God?
So it says May 17th, 2025. They're talking about Solomon's death. So Solomon is a neighbor, in particular a neighbor's son. And him and that Titus and that particular neighbor had beef over lumber, allegedly. So let's react to it. It's a lot. Like I'm telling you, when I say menace to the town, let's talk about Solomon's death.
I'm not sure why you're asking.
It's a very suspicious thing, Titus. Is Solomon's death still a judgment from God?
So you're implying that I'm somehow responsible for his death? And that's wrong. It's wrong of you to accuse somebody like that.
Yeah, Titus, you accuse yourself, your own words. The fruit of your heart, the fruit of your lips. My question is, was he lying when he made his false prophecy? Was he actively deceiving when he falsely prophesied that it would not go to trial on June 28th? Or did he fully believe it? So is he a false prophet or is he a false prophet? We're getting into some things I haven't even thought of before. Which is worse, pretending to be a false prophet and lying about it, or really believing the prophecy? I don't even know which one is worse. I could see it both ways.
Right. I agree with him. He said, which is worse? Pretending the prophecy and lying about it, or pretending to be a prophet and lying about it, or believing the prophecy and it's a farce. I think, after a while, when you lie, you start to believe the lie.
Ways. This is like evolving into a philosophy of religion course or something. We're supposed to rebuke and reprove false teachers and false prophets, if nothing else. Ever since I was a little kid, when I first heard of the concept of a false prophet in church, I always assumed or believed or understood that to be about as low as it gets. And I didn't even understand necessarily the context of them being as ravenous wolves. What is a ravenous wolf? A ravenous wolf is going to devour anything it can when it gets hungry, you know?
You hear him. I
Maybe
agree
horses, maybe
completely.
children, maybe somebody's wife. You catch the drift? Let's talk about the number of times Titus has had prophecies or visions that did not come true.
this is just off the top of my head. The Lord has shown me it will not
Tell me if any of these type of actions be sounded familiar.
go to trial on June 28th. And it did go to trial on June 28th, and I think it's blatantly obvious that he's also lied about that. He tried to twist it in saying something that he didn't say. He said it will not go to trial on June 28th as they said it would. Titus has also said that he had a vision approximately in the year 2017. Said he had a vision where he saw Jeffrey having a vehicle wreck, and that
Mind you, Jeffrey was the guy we just saw, which was married to Stephanie and has 4 kids with her.
he waited until approximately, no, not approximately, he waited until December 15th, 2023 to tell Stephanie about this vision of Jeffrey dying. He described in this vision that Jeffrey was not driving the car from 2017. He was actually driving the Toyota, I believe it was a gray or a green Toyota, pickup truck. I forget what kind it was. But Jeff sold that truck in early 2025. So I guess you could say that one is mixed too. So the question is, Titus is definitely a false prophet. Does he believe his own nonsense, or is he
Yes.
just actively lying? Like, what is going on there? So I'd like to know, was any of the money that you took from the GoFundMe
Titus on one of his girlfriends again.
used to build this house on Connie Bright's land?
The answer is no.
Because you're such an honest, upright individual that doesn't defraud people, that doesn't wish murder on your neighbors and steal their wives and molest children. Yep.
Aaron,
Titus?
You see the caption? It says, "Notice he didn't deny my assertion about that."
GoFundMe did an audit.
Okay.
There's receipts.
All right.
So if you want to come to my porch, I'll get out some receipts and show you some receipts.
Did you offer $25,000 to
Okay.
Stephen Henson
Like I said before,
to kill Jeff Kane?
like I said before, the judge ordered that we not talk about the details of the case until after the ruling.
How convenient.
Okay? So you're planning to post this on YouTube, and so I'm not going to say that. Now,
Okay.
if we were having a private conversation and you could be trusted not to put it on YouTube,
Yeah.
then I would consider answering that question.
Yeah.
Titus, okay, he gonna talk. Okay, so
Or
now this
immediately.
one. This is interesting. So Titus has this shed, and he has, as we learned on my last reaction to him, he has the internet, and he has a phone, a landline phone. So he gives out this phone number to people. You saw the reaction, My Little Kentucky Homestead, at the beginning of this video. She said how he gives out the number and people can call him. And so he was like, give out the number, call him and ask him why the kids can't be around him, right? So people call him, his subscribers, etc. So there was a lady who was pro Titus initially, and then she went anti Titus, like, F Titus, he's bad, blah, 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 he needs to go to jail, and was talking really bad about him. And then she flipped back to pro Titus. So she's calling him, but ironically, this is the part that's confusing for me. So anyone out there that could clear this up for me, help me out. The same guy who was just following him down and accusing him of stuff, the Beyond Category guy, was here with them. And I don't know if he's just like, I'm filming, I don't care, I'm on the property or what have you. But or if he took Titus up on that offer, because remember Titus said, come to my porch and I'll show you receipts. I don't know if he's did one of those in this particular video. But the lady that, for lack of a better word, the flip-flopper, because she flipped from supporting him to anti-Titus to back to supporting him and trying to like help him fight other people, other reaction channels. So I thought this was funny, but let's listen to this interaction because I guess she flipped back again. I don't know. Let's go.
Repent because it's not true. Ellen, you are a double cross. You said that Stephanie is a whore and you need to repent because it's not true. Ellen, you are a double crosser and you're being disgenuine.
So you see Stephanie right there, right? He's defending his Stephanie, which is his wife. And he's going after the woman because she be flip-flopping on the internet. So 1 minute she's like, and she had a couple of different profiles or whatever. So 1 minute she's like, "Pro Titus, like I'm praying for you, you're blessed, you're a prophet," and then the next minute she's like, "Titus needs to go to jail," from like a different profile, allegedly. So let's continue.
And so I'm not going to say that. Now,
Okay.
if we were having a private conversation and you could be trusted not to put it on YouTube,
Yeah.
then I would consider answering that question.
Yeah.
So now he's got on the phone with.
And you need to repent because it's not true. Ellen, you are a double cross. You said that Stephanie's a whore, and you need to repent because it's not true. Ellen, you are a double crosser, and you're being disgenuine. You told
No,
you.
what I'm not.
Yeah, you.
I'm not a pedophile.
You-
We didn't deceive Aaron into thinking that you and Titus were gonna get married.
So, what in the world is taking place right here? The context is it's July 3rd, 2024, and this person, she goes by so many names and profiles on YouTube. We're not really sure what her name is. We can only guess. You can glean names from,
And I'm gonna tell you, it's like that everywhere. It's like that everywhere.
The conversation, if you will. But she's one of these people that at one point or another seemed to be on every possible side and yet against every possible side. At one point, she was a fan of Beyond Category, then she hated me. In the beginning, she was, very pro Titus, and then she hated Titus and Stephanie. And then at one point, she was on Jeff's side, and then it seemed like she hated Jeff. And it's just, to me, it illustrates just how dark a place YouTube can be.
Facts.
And it kind of all came to a head. I don't recall every detail of it, but she was kind of stirring things up with Titus, to say the least. And on this day, she called, and I recorded it. And yep, you can make of it what you will. But this is just one of those things that happened at Titus's last year. There are a number of strange things, not unlike this, that took place.
Yes.
So this is the conversation with that lady.
Hey, how's it going?
Titus,
Yes. Hey.
how you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm recording, Ellen.
Do you see it? You see Titus? So the dude is there recording Beyond Category, right? And you heard him give the preface of this, saying, "Hey, look, she liked my channel, then she didn't like my channel. She liked Titus, she didn't like Titus, etc." She's a flip flopper, right? She flip flop. She's a pot stirrer, for lack of a better word. So Titus was trying to catch her in something, and was like, she's calling there, and he's just gonna pretend like it's just him on the phone. But the guy's an honest guy. He was like, "Hey, I'm recording you." And look at Titus. Titus was like, "No, why you tell her that?" Sneaky. Let's go back. Let me go back a bit. Sneaky.
I love it, but she was kind of stirring things up with Titus, to say the
Pot
least.
stirrer.
And on this day, she called, and I recorded it. And yep, you can make of it what you will. But this is just one of those things that happened at Titus's last year. There are a number of strange things, not unlike this, that took place.
Yes. Hey, how's it going?
Titus,
Yes. Hey.
how you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm recording, Ellen.
Same here. No worries.
Yeah.
Titus,
Go
you
ahead.
need to go
Huh?
to the Casey County Sheriff. You need to go to the Casey County Sheriff today. Like, I would not even take the time to film the Bible study. You need to go tell them what you said in court on Friday and what you've told me is true about the assisted circumcision and about the animal issues. You need to go tell them what you did, and you need to make sure the county attorney is sitting in there. I'm telling you this is a courtesy. Okay?
There's no.
She's telling him he needs to go because of the assisted circumcisions and with the children, and then the animals. It's a lot. It's a lot down here, guys. We are down the rabbit hole. So now she's calling him, trying to give him a heads up, like, you need to go and turn yourself in because I'm about to call, allegedly.
No courtesy. And
It's a courtesy.
you're a double crosser.
If you take yourself down there and turn yourself in,
I don't have a
it's
cell
gonna go
phone.
better for you.
I don't have a cell phone, and you're a double crosser. And you'll be held accountable on Judgment
That's not what
Day.
we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
You will be held. You will
need
be
to go turn
held.
yourself in today.
You will be held accountable on Judgment Day.
Hey,
Same as
Ellen.
you. I didn't expose myself to a minor child, and I didn't copulate with animals.
Hey, Ellen.
You need to go turn yourself in.
Hey, Ellen.
Otherwise, the going to be on the way to come and get you.
Hey, Ellen.
That's not going to be as fun.
Hey, Ellen, if you're being...
children present, you're exposing them.
And you have your daughter exposed to this conversation? And you have your daughter exposed to this conversation?
When you get arrested, you're going to get arrested in front of your guests and children, and that's going to embarrass you and traumatize the children.
Hey, Ellen, are you being paid to say this?
Yeah, how much did Jeff Kane give you to do what you're doing? How much did he pay you to do what you're doing?
You need...
He just gave you $100 to do what you're doing.
It's pretty cheap, Ellen.
Yeah.
Hey, tell him hi. Tell him hi for me.
Ellen,
You need to go turn yourself...
Ellen, you are a double crosser and you're being disgenuine.
So I don't know if this was footage that he filmed when he was still cool with Titus, because it's giving me that vibe. So I don't know. And then that's Stephanie there. So that's the woman that he ended up marrying this year. But this was last year, 2024, when they were kind of like all still cool with each other, I guess. I don't know. So let's listen.
You told
You know what I'm not?
Yeah, you
I'm not a
said that
pedophile.
you.
Nobody here's a pedophile either.
You need to go turn yourself in. Titus.
You need to turn yourself
You committed
in.
a crime. You said
Did you see how her ex-husband was looking broken? See how she broke him down, her and Titus? Stephanie's no joke.
sexually assaulted a child.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. I've never sexually assaulted a child.
You're believing Jeff's
You
lies.
admitted in court on Friday. You told me in conversation that you had a child circumcise you in your home.
That's not
No,
true.
that's not true. I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
No,
That's
I
a
didn't.
lie.
No, you're lying. You said that Stephanie's a whore. You said that Stephanie's a whore, and you need to repent because it's not true.
You admitted to crimes in open court. You need to go down to the sheriff and turn yourself in. You admitted crimes.
You need to go to the sheriff and turn yourself in for harassment,
Yes,
for
yes.
continuing to harass
Paid
us.
harassment.
Even though we've
Yeah,
asked you
turn
to
yourself
stop.
in. Turn yourself
We will
in.
be giving a warrant to you if you do not stop.
Yeah, turn yourself in because you are harassing people right now.
That includes through YouTube.
I'm not the pedophile.
Jeff will be the one paying for your actions. Jeff is going to be held accountable for your actions.
Titus.
So is Jeff her ex-husband that's going to be held accountable for the action? Lord, poor Jeff.
Jeff will be held accountable
Okay,
for your actions.
you're not welcome to come to the Rock House like you said you were
or
going to
this
do.
property.
Yeah, you.
It's not your property. It's not your property. You can't tell people that they can't be there.
You will not be welcome there. You will be escorted off the property.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
It's not your property.
You will be escorted. You will be escorted out of the Rock House.
You hear them?
No, I won't.
Yeah,
Yes, you will.
Yes,
for
you will.
disturbing the peace.
Yes, you will. Yes.
Okay, we'll see
Yes.
what happens.
You're harassing people right now, and we might need to call the police
No,
if.
I'm asking if
5 Spain,
rent the Rock House.
5 Spain, Susie Gomez,
Prairie B.
Prairie B.
How many names do you have,
Yeah.
Mrs. Cohen?
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Yeah. So you're deceptive yourself by going by multiple names.
So are you, because you have multiple YouTube accounts.
No, we are very forthright. We say we're all the same person. We're
Yeah.
not saying I'm Jasmine, I'm Prairie B, I'm.
I guess this is what you get when you only pay $100 for a troll.
We didn't deceive Aaron into thinking that you and Titus were gonna get married. Dad said the same thing.
I thought she was delusional the first time I talked to her. I shouldn't have put it up.
delusional.
Yeah. Well, or is she?
Go ahead.
So-
she gave consent to the interview. It should be up.
So, Ellen, we don't really know what your name is.
So it's definitely making me feel like the dude was down with them at this time, and then he flipped and turned it to a reaction channel.
We don't know what your name is, whether it's Ellen or
Ellie.
whether it's
Nellie.
Ellie or Nellie. You go by
We do
so
know
many
your
different
name.
multiple
We
names.
do know your real
Your
name.
duplicity has duplicity, Ellen.
Ellen, you will be held accountable on Judgment Day.
Yes,
Do
you
you
will.
realize that YouTube has permanently demonetized, deplatformed, and deleted creators that have a much larger following than you?
We're not
We're not doing
afraid.
anything wrong. Go for it.
What-
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, you can make all the reports you want to.
Go ahead and threaten all you want.
Yeah. So
Nobody's afraid of you.
so if this ministry is of God, if this ministry is of God, no person can shut it down. And if I'm living in sin, then it will be shut down.
Mental illness. That's about it.
You're the one that's mentally ill.
Nothing was ever said about me marrying Titus. Are you kidding me?
Yes,
for a living, or have you missed that?
So apparently, all of these women were vying for Titus's love. And I said in the last one, was it just the women? You know how he feels about horses and the children. Was it just the women? Because I read you the poem from that last gentleman. Was it just the women?
Well, we can put that interview back up. You did consent to that.
You consent, and I can take legal action.
You can't take legal action because you consented to it and volunteered to do it.
I didn't consent to anything.
Yes, you did. You said, Aaron, I want to be interviewed for your channel.
Stephanie, you have the Jezebel spirit.
You're the one with the
talking about
Jezebel spirit.
yourself.
You have the Jezebel spirit.
You're talking about yourself.
Your mom has a Jezebel spirit.
They be going in on each other.
How many people have you slept with, Stephanie? Just a question.
How many have you slept with?
Yeah, tell us.
None.
I don't really want to know.
You said none, but you have a daughter, so that's at least one person you slept with. So you just lied. You said you
Was that
slept
a
with
miraculous
none,
conception?
but you just lied. Your daughter proves your daughter proves you wrong. Your daughter proves that you just lied because you slept with none. So your daughter proves that you're wrong.
That's one. I slept with one person, and he was my husband.
Okay, well that's good. We're glad to hear that.
Yeah.
They
But
be
here's
having the
thing.
most
I'm
random
not the one
conversations.
I'm not the one who has a history of sleeping around, of running her mouth off when she doesn't know what sort of a toilet is. That's all Stephanie.
So Ellen, God will hold you accountable. He'll hold you
Bottom
accountable.
line, don't traumatize your guests, because the law's will come get you today.
You're threatening, and it's an
You're
empty
not going to
threat.
be a guest here. You're
And
not welcome.
I won't get arrested today. You're lying. You're absolutely lying. I will not get arrested today.
All right, so remember earlier in this video here, the same guy beyond category had highlighted, so he was asking him questions about Solomon's death, right? So I wanted to kind of find a little bit more detail about that, about the neighbor whose son has met his demise in a mysterious kind of way. I still don't have much clarity on how he met his demise, but it seems like they were Amish neighbors, because I told you he's a menace to the community. And so it says, introduction, April 23rd, 2025, Amish Cemetery in Casey County, Kentucky.
This fresh dirt right here is the grave of Solomon Hirschberger. I just don't have the words.
I want to burn his house down because
This is him expressing how he feels about the Hirschbergers. Solomon was the son. He was like 17. But the family as a whole, the neighbors, this is how he felt about them.
This fresh dirt right here is the grave of Solomon Hirschberger. I just don't have the words.
17.
I want to burn his house down because he stole my lumber.
Just for starters, there's an additional context here. This footage was actually taken on the 1-year anniversary of Solomon Hirschberger's death. This is footage of the sky looking from southeast Casey County towards Lake Somerset, looking to like the south, okay? And this is during the F4 tornado event that stretched through Somerset and into London, the city of London, Kentucky, where there were 19 killed and 108 injured during this tornado. Again, on May 16, 2025, the 1-year anniversary of Solomon Hirschberger's death. Obviously, you know, it's a coincidence, but it's just, you know, from my perspective, driving up there that day and having this happen, it's odd, you know, it's eerie. And I just like to say the obvious. I'm not ready to move on from the topic of Solomon Hirschberger's death. You know, Titus saying what he has said repeatedly, being insensitive toward his, you know, his authentic Amish neighbors, and with, you know, it's more interesting with Titus not even being Amish, but being fake Amish.
Okay.
And proclaiming that Solomon's death was a judgment from God. It's just, you know, it's suspicious. It's really suspicious. And it's just one of many, many, many suspicious red flags around Titus. And some of the things around Titus aren't even suspicious. It's just outright fraud or, you know, outright murderous or whatever it is. But if you scratch the surface and you pay attention to Titus, you know, he had these examples that I got on camera that I can't put up now. They've copyright struck it. I don't know how, because it's my footage. But I filmed Titus on June 15, 2024, saying that they were praying that if Jeffrey didn't repent, that God would destroy him. And that Stephanie believed that they could look for Jeffrey to have this vehicle wreck on that day, June 15th, 2024, and be taken out, you know, by God. It was sort of a prophecy in itself. Stephanie felt like Jeffrey was going to be killed that day, essentially by God, answering their prayers.
Allegedly.
And there's just so much there. You know, once I started exposing Titus, me and my son started getting death threats because Titus was paying Stephen Henson to threaten us. And then you have Stephen Henson's testimony on March 24th, 2025, that Titus and Stephanie were grooming him or attempting to groom him and offered him $25,000 to kill Jeff Kane. So there's a lot of murder on their lips and on their hearts. It's obvious, and it's documented. And this is just one more example. Now, you know, Solomon Hirschberger died of the chicken pox, okay?
Okay, gotcha.
But it's still odd. It's still suspicious. It's really, really, really.
And I wonder, maybe because like they're Amish, right? They don't believe. I'm pretty sure because they're kind of like their own world, right? They're not like getting vaccinations and stuff like that. So maybe a bout of the chickenpox would be severe. But I've never heard anyone dying from chickenpox. I know normally you get it, then you become immune to it, you never get it again type of thing. So that gets a what from me.
Really odd, and I don't think it's a coincidence. There's a pattern here of Titus having, you know, murderous intent on his heart, and it's been documented so many times. So again, I'm not going to let go of this Solomon Hirschberger issue. I do have a photograph of Solomon Hirschberger, but out of respect for the family's wishes, I'm not going to put that up. And you know, I just want to reiterate overall, Solomon Hirschberger and his memory, they're certainly worth fighting for. And Titus Morris needs to be stopped. So,
It was like the
you know,
tornado,
if
I
nothing
guess.
else, these are some of the reasons that I'm still doing this and I'm still exposing Titus. That's why I'm still in the fight here. And like I've said so many times, I'm not going to stop until I'm certain that no more children are going to be abused by Titus Morris.
And horses. How about that?
This fresh dirt right here is the grave of Solomon Hirschberger. He was 17 years old when he passed in May of 2024. His grave is currently unmarked. The graves around it and behind it, some of them are marked, some are not marked. But his is not currently marked, but I believe it will be.
That's kind of sad, though. Seriously.
I just don't have the words.
That is super sad.
It's such a beautiful day out here.
And you can tell this guy, you could tell with this guy, he's really passionate about this because he helped build that church with Titus. He gave thousands of dollars to Titus. And you see even that footage with him arguing with that flip-flopping subscriber. He defended him until he realized it was not a good thing. So you could feel it on him. 17. So you can tell that bothers him because it's like,
Titus, do you still think that Solomon dying was a curse from God because Yost stole your lumber?
Absolutely, I do. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Titus, that's a terrible thing to say.
Direct punishment, Lord, on Yost.
Titus, that's a pretty bad thing to say, though. It really is. Don't you think that would hurt Yost's feelings, and you guys are neighbors, if he heard you say that?
he don't care.
The day will come when I'll tell him that face to face.
Oh, Titus, you shouldn't say that. Stuff is stolen all the time. People cheat all the time. It's wrong, but it happens. But people don't die that often, relative to maybe theft taking place. So, why would God be offended if someone stole from you?
God is offended when anybody steals from anybody.
I agree, but why would God be offended to that degree where He would take somebody's son over lumber?
So God,
why do you think it happened in this circumstance? It was.
I gotta give Beyond Category a round of applause. He don't play. He don't let up. He's not letting up on them. So, and I think it's because it was almost like making amends because he helped him. He gave money. He funded the dream, Titus's dream, until he realized he was in too deep with something that's not good. So I commend him for righting a wrong. So shout out to Beyond Category with this because he stays on it. You see, he has a timestamp chronological order. He has like 2 channels dedicated to this.
Ghost and you, do you think that God favors you? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Like, you see what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to figure out why did it happen? Because, like I said, if Yost did steal it, I don't think he necessarily did, but I don't know Yost that well. But if he did steal the lumber, I don't know why. Okay, then he might steal from other people, so he would have a shortage of sons. See what I'm saying? If he stole from you, he would steal from others. So
not necessarily.
Okay, well, so why would it be different with you?
Assumption.
Well, why would God?
An assumption. It's
the
an
crazy thing.
To think that because he stole from me, he would steal from other people.
And speaking of iniquity,
if I'm a Christian man and I think, I see that woman over there. When I get a chance, we're going to do something together.
I believe that Yost
what?
is cursed in his, because you believe he stole from you. So God.
So let's see what it's saying right here. Murder for hire described an alleged conspiracy from within the Henson Creek House of Prayer. Allegedly. This is all entertainment purposes only, guys. It was alleged that Titus and Stephanie Morris attempted to groom Stephen to attack Jeff, allegedly take care of Jeffrey Kane for $25,000.
Do your job!
Yeah, it's a lot out there. So, remember the dude in my last one with the excuse me, with the mustache and the beard, and he ran up the street to fight Titus. He ended up catching a charge. I don't know if this was maybe perhaps to make amends with him, like, hey, drop the charges, I'll kill somebody for you. I don't know. But I think we fell a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole, guys. Over here with the Barefoot pastor out in Kentucky. Menace to society for sure. But you all know I'm doing this, I think YouTube has blessed me with another one. Where's my YouTube kiss? So I think I might have a series on my hand because he is the gift that keeps on giving. It's a lot out there, and I'm just trying to make sense of it. So I'm still going through it, and sometimes you gotta, with me, go back a little bit to figure out and make sense of it all. So I may bring you a little bit more, but tell me what you all think about this so far. So we saw what we covered on the last one. Horses, children, adultery, right? This one, alleged murder, unalivings for hire, more court cases, more GoFundMes, right? Right? And we got to hear a lot more from Titus in this one. I feel more than versus other people. But tell me what y'all think. Is this a wild story? And he's still active and kicking on YouTube. Interesting, right? But I'm going to leave it there. And I want you all to join me in the comments, right? Don't meet me there, beat me there. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Is this interesting? Is it getting spicy over here? Am I bringing you guys some good stuff? Is it eye-opening? Y'all let me know, all right? And right now, I'm going to hit you with the brand. I'm going to hit you with the motto. If you like anything I do, tell a friend. If you don't like anything I do, tell a friend. And from my lips to your ears, I love you, but I need you to love me. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, okay? I want to give an e-kiss to my new subscribers out there. We are growing. Okay, so hit the subscribe button if you have not yet joined the conversation. Okay, then turn on your notifications, hit the like button, share it with a friend, tell a friend and tell a friend. All right, and until next time, it's your girl Gongalee. It's She Could Talk the Podcast, and I'm out. Peace. They talk about it. They talk about it.